Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good to see you again. We got another matchup using the Black Luffy. This actually ended up being a finals match up against my man Kevin here, running the Law. And I tell you what, this was an incredible game because I start my hand with 9-drop Shanks in it, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep, because that card is so busted against this matchup. It is crazy. So we definitely, I didn't even care about like some of the other cards in my hand not being like exactly what I was looking for. I was like, hey, I got the one I wanted, so I'm happy. We're just gonna keep it there, call it a day. And he does play Nami, and I actually did miss what he just picked up there, but if I remember correctly, it was something like a Sanji. Might have been, I think it was like a Sanji, but I'll just go 5 to life, and then we'll play 3 for Tashigi. This ends up being a really important Tashigi throughout the match. I think that a lot of people will undervalue how useful that card is. It can be really sneaky in certain situations because they're trying to think like, okay, what reduction can he do on some cards? And you know, like from hand, will it be the Suru? Will it be a Tashigi then activate the main? Just having Tashigi on board really does, you know, sometimes be a bit of a nuisance for the opponent. So takes a 8k swing. I'll go ahead and grab that. But Otama being played, and that's it, makes me feel as though my opponent is definitely bricking, and we have an opportunity to capitalize here. So I will just go 5 to life again. He does take, you know, the first couple of life usually are pretty free for Law, but I definitely feel like he's trying to see answers and he's just not seeing them right now. I will just go ahead and trash 6 King pistol though, and most likely Kumadori, yeah, so that I can get that Kaku that I have in hand online. Next turn, that will be able to KO like Nami, or maybe even like a Rush Zoro, or potentially a blocker or something along those lines. And yeah, just kind of get it out of the way. Stop being a nuisance for me. But we do see the Nami coming down. I believe, yeah, we'll see the chopper being picked up here. I think that was the 3-on-3 cup chopper, which I was telling him, I was like, oh, okay, I see you out here. So he does get the 5k swing though. I'll just go ahead and take that. I'm just kind of trying to build the hand for some of the removal that I'll be playing in the future turns. But we see Bonnie coming down, and you know, this might be like a blocker Law, restand Law, but blocker Law is definitely looking like the pickup here. He is thinking about it though. He just wants to take a look at his hand one more time to see if it's just the right way. But he actually goes for the Zoro, so he does end up bottom decking the blocker Law. Picks up that beautiful Otama, bouncing back the Bonnie, and then playing Zoro. Does he swing though, is the question. Will he go 5? If he does, I mean, we just have rest on, oh no, I can't rest the Sabo, that's right, because he did reduce it by 2k using Otama. But now we have options, because I can use Tashigi to lower, which is, I believe is what we're going to do. We'll use Tashigi to lower the 5-cost Law, KO that using the Kaku, and then swing into Zoro for 7 using leader ability. So I would imagine that's what we're going to go for, yeah. I'll play Kaku, and I will return, looks like, not that it's super important, Khalifa and 6 King pistol. I do get the rested Dawn, and now I have a choice of, you know, do I just swing 6 or do I swing 8? It looks like we're just going to swing 7, which was a little odd. I have nothing in the deck that I could play for 1 that would be useful here. So I definitely 100% should have just swung 8. But I just passed with 1 open. So I don't really know what we were going for there. But, you know, hey, we're out here. We're gaming. But, yeah, 9-drop Shanks following turn potentially. That's why I want to keep this Tashigi alive. And we're going to see a 6 coming into Tashigi. I definitely I'm gonna rest that Sabo, more than likely counter out. I'm just kind of hoping, okay, hopefully he doesn't have another 3-cost Zoro, and that'll be a little bit of a nuisance. And it looks as though we're just going to counter out with a Borsalino, though. Don't really need the blocker at the moment. Just get the 1k counter, save some of the 2ks in hand. We do see another Bonnie, though, find the Zoro, and I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. My plan's not gonna work now. But he plays the Chopper, returning the Otama into another blocker law, bouncing back the Bonnie into the Zoro. So we'll now see more than likely like a 7k swing coming into the Tashigi. He could try and like call my bluff and go into the Sabo, but you know, I just play the 2k counter, you know, if I have it. But 7k, I think he is going into the Tashigi, but it might, oh, it's actually into life. Oh yeah, we take that. We take that for sure. And now the 9-cost Shanks. And now I won't lie, afterwards we ended up realizing that I made a mistake. I used the 9-cost Shanks here. So Tashigi to lower Zoro to 1. I play Shanks. I'm super excited. I'm literally like, you'll see me shake my fist like, yes, we did it. I got to play Shanks in a law matchup, and I get to attach 4 Dawn to my leader. The tough part is I didn't trash a card. You're supposed to trash a card when playing Shanks, and yep, that was on me. I was so excited in the moment, just getting the play off. I was like, oh my god, this actually happened. And yeah, we swing 6 with Kaku. He counters out for 2 though, and then 10 he just takes the life, and we're gonna pass it back to him. But yeah, I just wiped Law's entire board, but Law has a very healthy hand right now. I haven't been able to really swing into anything. I think that was no, never. Now that I think about it, no, not really. I was gonna say a slight misplay is that I could have swung like Kaku into Zoro, but he definitely would have just countered out. So it would have been the same as swinging into life either way. Yeah, or I guess I could have swung lead, but he also probably just would have rested the Law. Yeah, not too big of a deal. But unfortunately, I did forget to trash that card. That was a bit of a big deal, and that's on me. But he does pick up the 3-cost Zoro here. He's got the 3-on-3 cup. Beautiful little Zoro. And I know that with the amount of cards he has, he can definitely fill up this board again. But I'm thinking to myself, like, I've gotten rid of 2 of his blocker laws. Like, what are the odds that he has a 3rd one that he hasn't searched? Like, he's just naturally drawn into them, right? I was like, it's probably fairly low. So I feel pretty confident with this turn. You know, maybe we'll see a restand law, but blocker law, we're looking like, I would say usually with him having searched like, what, 2-3 times with Bonnie, and not having, or he picked one up off the first one. Yeah, I feel pretty good about, you know, him maybe not having the 3rd one just yet. But Otama, I believe, is going on to the Kaku, if I'm not mistaken. So bringing that down to a 4K, we might see like 6 with lead here, and then forcing me to rest the Sabo, or maybe, oh no, I guess, okay. So this was on the Sabo. So yeah, I just chose to put the dice. Oh, look at me, like trying to be mindful of the video. So he's playing another Otama though. I believe he played this one onto Kaku, bringing this one down to 4 as well. So I know that I'm not going to be like getting fire fisted or anything, but I have like an inkling. Okay, he's more than likely got a rush card, right? It's like more than likely has something of value to get one of these off the board, or excuse me, both of these off the board. And yeah, I think we're seeing 6 into Kaku here. Probably just gonna have to, you know, just let him go, and then I would imagine whenever he swings next, I don't know, maybe I should have countered out of this, because then I could have just blocked with Sabo, but I feel like keeping the blocker up is just more useful, and I would be protecting my life, which is at 5, or Tashigi, which is at 4, so it's like kind of the same situation I think that was probably, yeah, probably the right call, just to let that go. But we're gonna see 6 into life. So now I'm really kind of nervous, because if he's swinging with Law, it makes me feel as though he has quite a few blockers and potentially the restand. So with him going 6 here, I feel like it's a relatively easy 2k counter out. The only thing I'm sweating is if I let my life get too low and then he gets 5 cost Luffy on board, and then I'm not able to manage it. That could be a little scary, but we do have Sakazuki in hand, so shouldn't be all that bad. I think this is a pretty easy 2k counter. I guess it just kind of sucks because I am getting rid of the Suru, which is something that it's active. Oh, wait a minute. I missed something? 6 and I trashed 2 2k counters? Maybe what did I... I'm not entirely sure. But then we see the shambles into... What was it? It was like a play card, shambles, 5 cost, shambles, play Nico. Yeah. Whole thing right there. And now we've got an option here. He's only got 1 blocker. We could go for game. And I do play Kaku, killing the Law here, attaching one of the Rested Dawn to lead. And now I feel like this was such an odd turn if I'm looking back at it. This was such an odd turn. I choose to go 10 into life. You know, with him looking at life and with, you know, how many Dawn I have, he chose to take a gamble to get a counter card in order to be able to survive if I was to go for game. And now I'm thinking about it and I'm like, man, he's got 6 cards in hand. That is quite a lot. Like, that's a lot for me to get through. I've got 5 Dawn. I do have a Sabo in hand that I could play and try and like go defensive on this next turn. And I don't think it would be that bad. He can't get rid of Shanks. I got him down to 0 life. He'd have to have quite a lot of blockers in the following turn. I could remove the Law here, more than likely. Like, probably could have removed the Law if I just swung 10 with it, 10 with Shanks into it. But I will go 6 into life here, and he gives me a 2k counter. And I know that in this moment, I was racking my brain around, like, can I get through here? Like, can I get through here with 5 Dawn attached to Sabo, swinging for 11? I was like, it feels like more than likely one of his cards in hand is a brick. I was like, that's what I'm thinking, is like 1 card in hand is a brick, right? But it's, I don't know, it's Law, man. That's where this matchup is so weird. But I choose to go for it. I didn't want to be scared. And then we see 7k, 9k, 10, 11, 12. We swung for 11. He counters out for 12. I'm like, oh my god, I just lost the game. I should have played defensively. It is what it is, but it's just a little unfortunate. Yeah. And now he's thinking of what does he want to do with the rest of the Dawn? Is he going for game with me having 4 cards in hand? And yeah, I don't know. I feel like just knowing how many counters I had, I probably shouldn't have went for it. But he finds the restand Law. I was like, dude, there's like no shot of me winning now. There's like no shot of me winning. Yeah, and he's going to go 9k with Zoro into life. We are going to take this. We pick up another 1k, which I think gives us like enough to counter out of this 7k swing right here. But yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I'm going through all the math and I'm like, dude, I just lost this game. I'm so upset. It is what it is. But, you know, I just didn't want to play scared. I was like, all right, I'm going to go for it. And I do choose to take this, unfortunately, getting a Kuzan, no counter power whatsoever. So we will see the shambles, reactivating the Zoro, swinging at 11, and I lost. I was like, dude, I got 9 cost Shanks down and still lost. Feels bad, man. But I tried to go for game when I probably should have played a little bit defensively. I was just getting a little excited, a little ahead of myself. But honestly, I thought this was such a good match. This was so fun. And just being able to get the 9-cost Shanks down, although I am a scrub and forgot to trash a card because I was so excited putting it down. Oh, God. You know what? It is what it is. But hey, he took the dub here, and he ended up picking up the winner to Shigi. And yeah, heck yeah. Always love games against my man Kevin here. But let me know your thoughts, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.